Okay, yes. So now you can do our polyalphabetic cipher, right? Yes. Now we can do our polyalphabetic cipher, right? That's our Vigenère cipher, right? Yes. So we have to set up our table again from A to Z, and then we do our indexing from 0 to 25 again. Yes. Now I did that in also the previous video, the Caesar cipher, but we didn't use the numbers. Now at this side of things, it's really important. Yeah. So what I recommend is like when you go and sit down, like obviously we are going to get cryptography questions, right? So when you just sit down, like draw this table down, and then no matter which one that comes, you'll be able to solve it. As for monoalphabetic, they'll give you the mappings themselves. So yes, for that one, you don't have to do anything of the search. Yes, right. So now let's take our first example. Now for this, we are going to do encryption, right? You know that encryption is when we want to get our cipher text, right? Yes, so we are going to encrypt our plain text. Messi is the GOAT, right? Messi is the greatest of all time. We're going to encrypt this plain text using the key bench, right? Yes, like something I saw in the past question. Yes, now that'll be a sight to behold. Messi being a bench warmer. Yes, so Messi is the GOAT, right? Now here is how I want us to solve it. I know basically we have obviously and probably seen something very different, but bear with me. We are going to do this in a very simple way, right? Yes. So for encryption, yes, for encryption now, let's see. Let's get this formula. So from encryption, what's our end goal? You know that we want our ciphertext. So let's say C equals uh, plain text, our plain text plus our our key. You understand? Our plain text plus our key, like this. And then we say modulo 26. Yes, now mod 26 should not confuse you at all. I'll get to it in a minute. Yes, and then you're going to, so basically we are going to do addition. You understand? And when we do our addition, whenever it exceeds 26, we just write the number because we just write the remainder because there are 26 alphabets. See, ideally we want to keep everything in the 26 range. That's why we are doing our modulo over here. So yes, enough talk. Let's put this into practice, and then I'm going to be handy with this. All right. Yes. So what we have first on, so right off the bat, you can see that we are dealing with a B, right? We are dealing with a B. So we go to our table, and we see that our B is 1. So we write our 1, and then we have an E. So yes, now I'm going to be referring from another table in my notes, or maybe you don't mind us scrolling. Okay, let's for understanding. Let's keep on. So we go for our E, and we see that that's 4, right? Yes, so 4, and now we are on N, right? Yes. Now I wrote it this way so that we get the length correct, like our key and our plain text. We have to repeat our key till it basically matches the length of our plain text, right? So that's why I did it like this. So for that one, I'm not writing all of that in our table. We are keeping it outside, and we go like that. So we have done B, we have done E, and we got to do N. Now we know N is 13. We have to do for C. C is 2. And now we have to do for H. Our H is 7, right? So 7. Yes, very nicely done. And then we are going to repeat. So now our B will be 1. Our E will be 4. And then that's for S. Now our D is NCH. So N is 13. C is 2. And be very careful so that you don't mess the whole thing up. And then H is what? 7. Let me start again. Our B is 1. Our E is 4. Our N is 13. And our C is 2. Yeah. And our C is 2. Yes. So now we have exhausted all our should I say options or blah blah. Yes. And now we come and do the same thing for our plain text. You understand? So for our plain text, now let's write messy in the numbers. So we come here and we look for M. Now M is 12, right? Yes, so we say 12. And we know that our E is 4. Then we have to go and look for our S in the table. So our S is 18. Our S is going to be 18, yeah? So we can say 18. And again, our S is going to be 18. Like this, right? Yes. And then now we are looking for I. We are looking for our I. We go into the table, we see that our I is 8. Then we fill in our 8, right? Now we are looking for another I, so 8, 8, right? Now we left with our S, this S over here. This is what we have got into. So we come for our S, and that's okay. We have already done S, 18, and now we are looking for our D. So, uh, so we have to go and look for our T in our big table. Okay. So our T is 19. QRST 19. So we come and put down our 19, and then we look for our H. Our H is 7. Our H is 7, and we know that our E is 4. Yes. And now we look for JOAT, right? So J is 6. O is, where is our O? O is 14. A is, I think, 0. And then our T is, I think you've done that already, 19. Yes, 19. All right. All right, so yes, now all we have to do is to come in and we add these. So 12 plus 1 is going to give us 13. Yes. Now, one thing to keep in mind, I think this is a really tricky part in this whole thing. One thing to keep in mind is that you don't want any of the additions to exceed 26. You understand? Once it exceeds 26, you are going to start writing the remainders. That's why you look in the form, I have some modulo over here. Once we exceed 26, all we are concerned with is our remainders, right? Yeah, so let's say we get a value 27. We know that that's a remainder of 1. At the back of the 26, we have just 1. So we'll put in 1 over here. And that will be B in our table. Yes. So let's get to it. So 4 plus 4 is 8. And then 13 plus 18, I think that will give us 23. Yes, we have 23. That's still in-house, right? Yes, this is 20. Oh, I don't think we are going to get exceeding. 7 plus 8 is 50. Yes, so we have a 9. And this is going to give us 22. It's going to give us 32. Okay, yes. So 19 plus 13. 19 plus 13 is going to give us 32, I believe. Yes, 19 plus 13 is going to give us 32, I believe. Yes. So now we can see that 32 has totally exceeded our 26, right? Yes. I'm going to keep the mathematics simple. So we track from our 26, so 27. Now be counting with your fingers at the same time saying this. So 27, that's 1, 28, that's 2, 29, that's 3, 30, that's 4, 31, that's 5, 32, that's 6. Yes, so let's do that again. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, that's 6, right? Yes, that's remainder. So our remainder was just 6. That's all we are concerned about. You understand? Yes. So 7 plus 2 is 9. 7 plus 4 is 11. 6 plus 1 is 7. 14 plus 4 is, I think, 18. Yeah. 13 plus 0 is obviously 13. And then 19 plus 2 is 21. Like this. Yes. Now all that is left to do is we are going to have to uh, so we're going to have to come outside our table and then we are going to write the final cipher text. Yes. So we have 13 over here. We basically go back to our table over here. We check for the corresponding of 13. That's n. So we are going to be having n. And then we check for what is 8. That's I. I. And we check for 23. That should be somewhere here. That's x. And then we go and check for 20. 20 is u. And then we check for 15. You know our 15 is p. Then we check for 9. Our 9 is j. And we check for 22. Our 22 is w. And we check for 6. Our 6 is g. And we check for, yeah, you get the idea. Yes, so we check for 9 again. So our 9 will be j, as we have already gathered. Then we check for 11. Our 11 is going to be L. And then we check for 7. Our 7 is going to be H. Then we check for 18. Our 18 is going to be S, I believe. Then we check for 13. And we know our 13 is N. And now we check for 21. And we know our 21 is V. So this is going to be our cipher text. Yes. So now this is going to be our final cipher text. Very simple and not very confusing, apart from the whole remainder. Yes. So once you realize you have exceeded 26, yeah, concerned. So basically, you can just do a subtraction, right? Where did we get 32? This is why I believe we had 32, right? So we could have just done 32 minus 26, and that will be 6. Yes, because we can't exceed 26 here. We can't write anything more than 26. Our table is even actually indexed to 25. Yes, sir. Yes, and when we have 26 itself, we are going to write 0 because that will evaluate to A. Yes, I think that's something I should mention. Because we put 26 itself here, we didn't account for that. So it will go over here. So we need a 0 over here. Yeah, so that's how you encrypt using our Vigenère cipher.